Hello there, so welcome back to your daily Apxt stock update. So tonight we are looking at the competition, comparing this stock to the competition and seeing some reasons why the stock could explode in the future. On top of that, I'm going to be giving you my predictions over a long-term period and explaining why I personally am looking to buy this stock. So if all that sounds good, please do leave a like and do subscribe. We are trying to get to 100,000, but we're going to take it as a small step. Let's get to 1,600 by tomorrow, if not 1,700. I'm sure you guys can help us out, and of course we do make videos on Apxt stock every single day, so of course if you don't want to miss them, do leave that like and subscribe. Come and join us on Discord as well, link is down in that description. We are going to be talking all about stocks over there as well. It's a great place to be. We have over 100 members now. So yeah, we're going to first have a quick look at what the company does. I'm sure you guys do remember from previous episodes, Apxt is going to be merging with Avepoint. So of course, Avepoint is the data management company. They do a lot for Microsoft Office 365. They do stuff like migrating data and of course managing that data and also protecting it. And of course, there are a lot of companies on the market that do this. Let's not lie. But all it takes is for this company to do well, the company to have good management and also, people to believe in the company. And of course, looking at the stock price, people are hyping this up leading up to that merger, and I think this is going to be the case for some time, and I don't think that is a bad thing at all. I think we have seen this a lot with a few of our SPAC patterns which we have covered on the channel. So of course, special acquisitions companies, this is one of those, and what has happened is the price has gone up massively over here if you look where I'm highlighting on screen, and this was where we actually did see the news of the merger coming out, and of course from that point it dipped as people did sell off for whatever reason, probably taking a decent profit, and now we are starting to see it go back up. So we've only seen a few days of increase, but it is some increase nevertheless. So people in the last comment section were wondering, why is the stock price dipped so much? If you've bought in at the point of up here, about $15, it was a bit of a too high point, but I do believe we are going to see a break past that point in quite soon, weeks or months. So I don't think it's too much of a problem anyway if you are holding for the next few weeks or months and whatnot. But yeah, some of the news is I asked you guys in the comment section when is the merger going to happen, because I wasn't 100% sure. It is looking like it is going to be Q1. So of course, Q1 of 2021 is when this merger is probably going to take place. So that's, really as soon as possible, being as it's like December the 5th today, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it looks like that is going to happen in the first quarter of 2021. I'm probably quite soon into that because, people will want to get this done as soon as possible. Sharp management is all it's going to take to get this done as soon as possible, and I believe that this is 100% doable for this company. So we'll have to see what does happen in that Q1, but I think leading up to that period we are going to see some hype, and I think a lot more hype is going to come into this one when we do get an official date announced for the merger. So we don't actually have a date for it yet, but once that date does come out, we'll have a deadline of when the hype is going to end, or at least when the hype is going to start to build up until. But yeah, I think we are going to have to wait to see that to get a full, 100% definition on when this is going to hype, to its max and where that hype is actually going to take us. But looking at this in the long term, people are quite optimistic with this one, and a lot of people are also quite negative on this stock, because in the comment section, people were telling me that a price target of $300 is undoable for a company like this. But if you guys remember, only a few months ago, the much hyped Snowflake IPO went onto the market, and now look at Snowflake. Snowflake sat almost $400, and I think that was 100% true. Good point which was made. It's a similar, it's not 100% the same, but it is a similar type company. I think due to that, it's possible that this company could hit a few $100s in the future. Bear in mind, this is a very crucial market sector, and it's going to be used by a lot of businesses. There's a lot of money in this market sector, there's a lot of hype in this market sector, and I do believe it is possible that a company like this could hit over $100. So yes, for the long term, it's probably a hold. For the short term, it depends if you want to grab some hype off that merger. Obviously, we talked about SPAC patterns in a previous video, but I will have to make probably another video talk about SPAC patterns. But generally speaking, we see a lot of hype, and then we see a sell-off once a merger does go through. So of course, on the day of the merger, if not a day before, would be when I would sell for a short-term perspective. For a long-term perspective, I would not worry about holding it less than about 2 or 3 years, maybe even 4 or 5 years. And I think this is probably going to grow maybe 20 to 30% stably for a few years, but I think it's not going to be, 100% stable, which sounds a bit strange, but if you understand where I'm coming from, you will get what I'm trying to say. So I think it's going to be kind of like Snowflake in the sense that we are probably going to see a big increase in the first year or so once this does fully go public. And I think from that increase, we are going to see a small dip. This might take us to about, I'm not even sure, but I think we will see a dip from that point which we get to once that merger does go through, and of course then we will start to see the real growth. So I do believe that from that point we'll probably see about 20 to 40% growth on this stock per year, but I am not a financial advisor, this is just my opinion. So yeah, I can see this being a stable and decent growth stock for the future, but maybe in the next year, before we do see that stable growth start to settle in, I can see it being a volatile and potentially successful stock. So yeah, it's definitely one to watch if you aren't already watching it. Would I buy this stock? I would definitely consider buying it. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do leave a like and subscribe, and come and join us on Discord. See you there. Goodbye.